Oh, it's just Jord.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new podcast series, the Random Podcast. Very creative name. Created and hosted by yours truly, Itsjustjord, and today's guest is the following...
Diane.
I don't think I introduced that properly, but you know what, I'm going to roll with it, it's fine. How are you, Leanne?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you?
Annoyed.
Random subject.
So, welcome to the podcast for all you listeners sat at home, sat on the toilet, taking a wee or poo, that's whatever, up to you. That's going to be my motto from now on.
When you do the wee wee and you're doing the poo poo.
When you do the poo poo and the wee wee, make sure you turn into Mimi.
What?
Don't know. Anyway, welcome to the Random Podcast, and short story, we generate a random topic. What's a topic? We generate a random topic on the spot, and then we just go full force and, I don't know, rant. Or whatever. Well, we discuss it, we talk about it, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So, do you want to press the button, Leanne? Do you want to press it? You want the honours of the first ever generated subject?
Thank you, Mom, for always believing in me. Right.
There's a lasso.
What do you really want to change about your life? How could you do it? Oh, that's a very good
interesting
question.
Start. So, I'll go first. Did you press the button if you want to do that, or do you want to go?
Here we go. You ready to grab your small violins?
before I eat them.
God.
And I think what I would change is pretty much my diet. And
you could change your diet though.
I could change my diet, and I think that's how could you do it? Change my fucking diet.
No, don't you mean then you change?
So I try to lose weight and I try to be more healthy, and the way I do that is by going on a fucking diet. It's not hard. So my answer's easy. I don't know. I just suppose I've reached an age at 23, if I remember rightly.
23. That's so young.
So 23, and I just feel old.
Yeah.
I remember Boogie saying something like it was equivalent to like he drags his body around, like he felt like he dragged it around. And I kind of relate to that now, so it's making me go, should I do something about it? But so that's basically what I would say straight away is definitely just my diet and lifestyle. I'm quite a lazy person if you never understood me or understood. I don't think that's the right word there. See, I can't even English without being lazy. But no, that's why I pick. And then your thoughts, Leah?
That's a good one though, because it's hard though, I guess, when you get into that kind of weight issues and things like that. Because I've been both overweight and I've been too skinny. And
Leanne has that. I've never seen it before in my life where someone is overweight, but then she's gone underweight as well, and it's really weird. Like, I've never being with her for 8 years, I have seen the transition, and I've never thought I'd see it before.
You never see it yourself though, do you?
No, yeah.
Because when you've always been kind of stocky, haven't you? So
yeah.
When I first got with you, when everyone was just like, after a year or two, they were like, oh my gosh, Jord, you've lost so much weight, and you could never see that. You were always like, I'm still fat. And I was like, no, you're not. So now whenever I show you pictures of us, like, years ago, back to 2009 and stuff, and you're like, oh wow, I wasn't actually fat. So it's weird.
It's social pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, you never
always
see
being told
changes.
you're not good enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What would you change?
My anxiety.
Yeah.
Completely. I would definitely change my anxiety. And how could I do that? I don't know, because I've been trying ever since I was 10 plus years, since I was 13. So, and I have gone through the whole mental health, NHS.
Yeah. I've
done private. And I've had tablets and things, and and therapy, countless of therapy, but nothing's really.
Half the time they cause more problems.
No, it's not just that. It's kind of, if you were to suffer with it, because I was suffering with it since I was 5 years old.
You've known nothing but.
Yeah, I've known nothing but that, because I didn't really understand anxiety when I was younger, and now I do. I can tell you that I've been suffering with it since I was literally like 5 years old. There was things I would do and stuff that is anxiety related, so you know, I guess it's just there. But yeah, I would definitely change that.
I think though, with the new approach with modern advances in medical research and whatnot, I think you'll see a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Because I've only started noticing these last 2 years how America are definitely one to do it, and I suppose in America it's more for they can get the first supply out there basically, because in America you buy it. So if they can find a way to treat it quicker than the NHS would, because the NHS just want you in and out.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more time dedicated to it in America. That's where I think, and I've heard, a lot of the stuff that the NHS give you are from America. Like, I can't remember what the one is called, but what was it? But anyway, I think within the years, I remember seeing it somewhere else as well on a news article, that mental health has been took a lot more seriously.
Yeah,
and
it
because
wasn't when I first.
It's affecting so many people in this day and age.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, I suppose, in my eyes, I would expect them within the next 10 years, I would expect them to create some sort of drug, tablet, pill, whatever, that would actually restore you to go outside or not worry in the morning.
The thing is, though, it's because it's, you know, there's different reasons to why people have their certain mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I think that's why some people can have therapy and, you know, that helps them. Some people can have these tablets and it helps them, you know, because they react to them differently.
It's always a different scenario.
Yeah, it's always a different scenario. So you can never, even though two people may have the same thing, one may have it severely but for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Someone might have it that came on gradually and slowly but for a longer period. It's obviously going to be harder for the person with the longer period,
like
because
habit,
it becomes so habitual.
Second nature.
It's literally carved into your brain as normal.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's so easy to fall into, but it's so hard to undo. Especially even with thoughts and stuff like that, because it's just become second nature. It's just natural.
But like I said though, I hope, because you have seen an improvement from like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, so there's always progression to be gained with that. But I hope to God they don't let it just be take this pill and be done. Like, I don't like the idea of it, and I know I referred it, but I don't tend to get the right word out when I do mention what I want to say. If that makes any sense at all. Like,
people will get offended by what he says sometimes, but he didn't mean it in that
stupid.
way. So
my dictionary doesn't go very far.
We were at a family.
What's a thesaurus?
No, we were at a family like get together recently, and he was seeing his brother, who he doesn't really see often, and his brother was down, and. What did he was like, oh, can you go upstairs and get the DVD player, please? And you were like, oh, that's it, I'm never coming. George went upstairs, and he was like, as he was going up, he said, I'm never coming here again when you're here now, you know, and he joked. But then his brother was like, oh my gosh, Mom, did you just hear that? You know, and I had to kind of go, oh no, it's just the way he jokes, I swear.
I'm just a cunt.
Yeah, it's just, he didn't mean it. Of course it'd come when you're here.
I think my humour is very dark-natured. Not dark, I don't know, I am the type of person, and I know it sounds horrible, I am that type of person that would laugh at the baby falling out of the pushchair, minding it's 3 years old onwards, not like a brand new baby, like fresh out the factory. That I would not laugh at. But short story, I am basically a sucker for those like children fail vines and stuff, because I find such innocence in kids that you know it isn't faked. Like, you know, when that kid falls off the chair, it's not faked, it's funny, it's
well, why would a kid purposely fall? Quick, Mum's binding.
Mama's binding. He just pulls out the
I don't
dummy.
even know how we got onto your humour when we were talking about like mental health, well, what you could change it. Then we went to mental health.
I
Now we're about
just
Jord's
don't know
humour.
if it's a good link, that my humour and their mental
No.
health. Like, what does that say? Anyway, I think we can move on to a new topic. So your
click.
it would have been, you want to change the anxiety in short story,
Yes.
basically mental health.
Yes.
Blah blah blah.
My messed up mental health issues. Yes.
Okay, so do you want to generate a new topic?
Okay.
I think.
No, you can do this.
I'll do this one
You
then.
do this time.
So
What do you
keep in your handbag or wallet, Leanne? What do you keep?
Well, I didn't have a bag until recently,
I would keep all the fake money I don't have.
and now I just use it for the kids to keep when we when we go out, there's nappies, wipes in there, some toys. You know, just so because I don't, apart from my phone and a bit of extra makeup, maybe I don't really have any.
You can't put it next to the Barbie anyway, so there's just no
The
room.
Barbie's for me, really.
I mean, I'm the only one that has independence in that state, because in my wallet I have the following: cards, a picture of them,
Yeah.
and no money, and lots of change. That's about it. Like, I don't see.
Because I use your wallet to keep my cards. So.
Oh yeah.
Because I lose it. So.
There's just no room with Barbie's handbag. Barbie's handbag has more stuff than you.
I know. It's
You're just a click. You're just a literal walking Toys R Us.
I've never had to like go out and put things in bags because I'm always in. So it's like, what am I gonna take? Can't take my Xbox, which I would happily take out, and my TV.
To be fair though, with that Raspberry Pi, have you ever seen like the mini motherboard?
When you said Raspberry Pi, I thought raspberries and pies, and
I don't know. I think it's like Raspberry Pi or something like that. It makes me hungry.
Yeah.
The point is, it's edible. It's not
good.
edible. It's like small enough to eat though. But it's a motherboard that's like tiny, and it's the size of like a Nokia 3310. And if you were to get like a very small screen, but with a decent resolution or some crap, I don't know how you could do it. It's all theoretical, but you could actually just make like a portable. It depends actually if the graphics card. No, you wouldn't be able to make it in like an Xbox extent, but you'd be able to make like a NES one or something like that with the size of it. But anyway, deranged from the topic completely.
So you get to take a computer.
But
out.
you could take like a little computer actually, technically.
Do you remember when I had to go to my brother's pre-wedding party, and it was kind of out of where we are, and I couldn't really get there. So Jord set up the laptop in the back of the car, so I could play Skyrim.
To be honest, I always had that, like, when I got my first ever car, I had quite the privilege of getting one of the stereo players that had a built-in display. And I, for the life of me, kick myself in the ball bag now, because I so want another one just so I can see if I can hook up some sort of system for like a PlayStation 2. It's easily possible, but I would love the chance to do it. Now it's probably illegal when I think about it, because we're not allowed jack shit in England, but you could do it so it goes in the back seat.
But there's cars with TVs built in the back.
Yeah, but when they're in the back, that's fine. But if it's anything that would
I can understand.
if I see it in my, like, I don't know how Americans would associate this, but if it's within my A-frame, so you know that section of the window I would always look out of. If there's anything in there with like sort of lights or whatever, it can be deemed illegal. That's why you can't. That's why sat-navs are only allowed up to a certain size.
What you did for me was illegal.
No, because you're in the back, so it's fine. But just power ring's an awkward one as well, and you'll probably drain the battery within minutes. That's not the point. That topic was quite fairly short, I believe.
I'm going to re-click. I'm just interested in what's going to come up next. You never know.
Next one. Write about your relationship with food.
Oh.
Wow, fuck me. I'm in love.
You could say I got a spicy relationship. It's quite hot.
Just fucking get out.
Doo-doo.
just get the fuck out. I swear these like Word documents you're meant to be writing.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
generate.
relationship with food.
Wow, one's relationships with cuisines.
I've got a love-hate relationship because I love to eat, and I can never be. It's kind of like referring back to weight again. I'm one of those people that
will never fucking gain it.
No, I do. I'm gaining it now.
You're making me pop a beer because I'm angry.
He's not. He's got a can of Pepsi.
Yeah, we're on
hardcore.
Air. I'm hard. It's Stella.
Pepsi.
Sheila goes out with her mate Stella.
See, I guess anyway.
Over food.
There you go. Wait, that's a drink. Pepsi.
But would you? No, it doesn't mean you fit the mold, does it? Though.
I've just got this love-hate relationship with it because it's either I'm too, like, I don't eat enough and I end up too skinny, or I overeat and end up too fat. So, well, yeah, not too fat, but like overweight, because I can never be just
Okay.
Okay, there's no happy medium.
I don't know. I say your brownie points, but you've got a perfect physique.
Oh, stop.
Can we get Indian?
Don't do it.
I don't know. I'd say my relationship with food is probably greed. I mean, I don't know. I actually have a very selective few that I like because of my teeth. Now, if you don't know me, and granted you won't, I have very, very sensitive teeth.
To cold and hot.
To cold and
hot.
It's like my nerve, like the nerve in the teeth, like absolutely fucked. But the short story is basically, if just imagine biting into an ice cream. I could never do that. I could never ever bite into an ice cream. No way, no whoa. If I touch my one tooth in a certain way, like a certain place, it will trigger that sort of thing. It would really hurt. So like,
help me, doctor. I have something wrong with my teeth. Oh yeah, it is syndrome.
How's it feel? So like, I always pick my foods really carefully. Like, also the sugary sort of snacks I cannot have. Like, you remember when we ordered Domino's the other day, and we had those cookies. Those cookies set my teeth off, and I was like in so much pain because of it. Some cookies won't be, but I think it's like when it's coated in like the chocolate. It's really ironic because I can't have all these things because it hurts my teeth too much, but yet I'm still fat. It baffles me massively. But like, so I always take a bland food choice. Potato.
Bland.
I had to drop that there, sorry.
Yeah, no, I have noticed that because I'm the opposite. I have an exciting kind of flavour palette. I have to have
colourful as well.
Yeah, I just love curry. I completely love curry. I love Indian food and
Indian cuisine.
Yeah.
See, it's really weird because I'm all about like Japanese cuisine now. Sushi is a number one for me.
I got you into sushi.
Which is really hilarious because you got me into it. But yeah, it's a love-hate relationship with food. I love to eat it, but I hate the fact it makes me fat. Fucking bastard. I beat it all and then love it next morning.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Chucks cake out the window. Next morning runs down for it.
Next off the wallpaper tomorrow. I'll come back.
I promise I'll never do that again.
Here you go, jam tart. Fuck off. But I'd say that's tonight. That's today's podcast tonight, wherever you are located. Thank you for tuning in to 102.4.
So it just reminds me of GTA 4. I can't.
Yeah, Laszlo. The guy you all love to hate. But no, yeah, so thank you for joining us for the third podcast. I wish I could English. Do you want to take it away, Leanne? My English has run out tonight.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for listening to us ramble on about nothing and generate random topics. I found it fun. I just want to keep clicking the button, but he's like, no, we need to end it now. We've been on here for nearly 20 minutes. I can talk.
Oh, you can talk.
No, I can talk.
You can fucking talk. But if you've got any suggestions for future podcast episodes, or, you know, whatever you want us to talk about, let us know. We'll be trying to get these out weekly. Possibly 2 times a week. I would like to say.
I could talk.
I like podcasts. I like the formats of them. So, and also, what you should be seeing in the background is also what I'm hoping will also work well. If you don't like what's going on in the background, because at the moment I don't know what I want to do, but I do know I want to do this. But if you like it, let us know in the comments. But yeah, so thank you for joining us, and I hope you join us in the next one. So.
You know what I think we should do?
What?
Generate a random topic for the viewers.
Okay,
so
yeah,
they can comment. Ready?
So they can have a comment.
We're going to leave you a random subject, and you have to comment what your answer is. Write about...
Well, no, she's done that.
Write about a childhood friend. There we go.
So there we go, and if it's a good story, we'll give you the shout out in the next podcast. And also you could have the potential chance of being on the podcast with us. But yeah, so thank you for joining. Yeah, I think that'd be a nice way to get interactive. All about interactive here at Jord Studios. Yeah, it's a,
Jord
it's
Studios.
a, it's a cardboard
He sat
box
next
out
to
the
his
back.
computer with
Man,
his cans of Pepsi.
disclosure, man. Don't slander the company before it's even built itself. I'm having you later. I'm gonna sue you. That'd be funny. That'd actually be funny. Alright, see that. So thank you ever so much for joining us, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.
The Night Mother has spoken. The silence has